And that, as they say, is that.
Yes, another wall done.
Yes, indeed. Crazy, crazy today with how warm it is, even though it's not that warm in the caves in comparison to outside, that immediately I put one batch on. By the time I got to the end of the batch, I had to go back to the beginning where I put the first bit of plaster on and sponge it, because it's drying that quickly with the air movement.
Yeah, and now, instead of doing one mix and then making another mix and leaving it in the machine, we can't.
Yeah,
It's
in
drying.
the cement mixer, we usually make a batch, go to use it, make another batch whilst we're using that one. In the cement mixer, it's drying. It's crazy, absolutely crazy.
Over the past 4 spring times we've been here, this has been green. This is how bad the water is, or the rains are not. So I'm just looking. Dover's crying because he wants to come down. The only problem we've got is a possibility of ticks. So I've just come down on my own, just checking out these olives. I'm getting a few flowers on them, not many. Still all very overgrown, and we're still waiting for somebody to come along and turn the land for us. We're not allowed to use strimmers at the moment. Okay, no almonds on this tree coming. We didn't expect any. Right, what we got here? Oh, pomegranates. Ah, it would seem we may have some coming. Yes, 1, 2. There are the flowers. 2 for definite. Awesome. We was actually told that if we cut it back hard, we potentially might get some fruit. Brilliant. A few olive flowers again. Not many this year, they go in cycles. Okay, did we get any almonds on this tree this year? No. It would seem not. That's fine. The idea was to cut them hard back to kind of revitalise them. Oh, we've got lots of olive flowers on this one. The almond harvest this year is going to be very, very poor for us, but that's absolutely fine. And it's going to be poor for olives too. I'm not surprised with this weather. No almonds are coming on there. What have we got on this tree? Oh, we've got some beauties on this tree. What the size of that compared to my fingers? And here as well. Oh, got some beauties. Again, not many. That's fine. Got to come along and cut all this horrible growth off that we don't want anymore. Yeah, there's a few on this tree. That's good. And you can hear how dry everything is underneath my feet. Oh, this one's absolutely laden. Really good, really good. Yes, lots and lots and lots. Okay, what about our almond tree that's the other side of the fence? Our new neighbours have started clearing their land, getting ready. Oh, there's a couple of really nice ones on there, but that's all. A few, not many. And our old olive tree. He's doing okay. I think you may have the wrong kind of footwear
I was just
on.
about to say, we haven't been here since this land was turned, and I think it's going to be ankle deep walking in it.
Maybe. Right, let's have a look. No. No, no flowers.
No, nothing at all.
No. Not on here either.
No.
Right. Yes, it's very deep, it's very soft. No, no, nothing. No. Wow. No olives for us this year.
No, definitely not.
No. Did there not used to be a tree here? Or was it that just overgrown that I don't remember?
It's that overgrown, it felt like there was a tree there.
Yeah. Right, more importantly, are we getting any almonds off this tree? It would seem not. Right, I'm going to walk onto this bit of a lane because it's a bit sinky in there. Where's all this water coming from?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's coming down from here of the neighbours.
Okay.
Okay, well, keeping the land watered.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what do you think to your little turned land?
The land looks good turned. I wish it'd been a bit flatter, but there's nothing I can do about that. I need to get out there with a broom, don't I? Not.
And brush it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Usually the water would now flatten it a wee bit, make it a bit harder. It's what it is. At least it's been turned. It's not a fire risk.
That's it, and was hoping it would come and do the other piece. He did promise.
You did? Oh, look at this ant's nest.
Oh. Watch your pants.
Right. You watch that chain.
I will.
Don't trip over it.
Oh, we'll get some more prickly pears coming.
Yes.
Or are they new growth and then we get the prickly pears off them?
I think that's new growth, and then we get prickly pears off those when they flower.
But we're looking at a high of 33 today. So it's toasty warm. I've reinstated the lights in here now. So we're just using one bulb instead of that horrible stand. How's it going?
Less things to trip over.
Yes.
Good. So I've done this arch today. Started up here. It's an arch, not an arch. The entrance between cave 1 and cave 2. Started on here. Now the original plan on this was to take out the mortar in between the bricks, the stones, and then just point in between. But there are too many rocks that are loose. So I'm having to put lime in to hold it all together, and I'm going to lime over it, I'm afraid. It would have been a lovely idea,
Yeah.
but it's just not worth it. Safety first.
Well, that's it. We did one here and the rock actually broke. So that's going to have to be lined in properly.
Yes.
But as you can see, that's what we're dealing with.
Just not worth the risk. I will leave a couple of rocks exposed
Yeah.
to look pretty, like I have done elsewhere, but it's just not worth it. I'm not happy
No.
cleaning it all out and then repointing it.
Well, that's it. We started here. Look at it. It really goes back.
Yeah.
It's just not safe.
No.
Okay, so we just tried replacing that rock, putting it in with lime, and this won't stay now. So there you go. Enough damage. So
Yeah. Proofing point. Not going to remove all the glue from around them to have that happen.
end of another day. Early because it is too hot to work.
Can't mix lime in this. It's going off before we can get it out. Cement mixer and into here.
Yeah.
They're having to re-wet it and remix it. It's just crazy.
Yes, it is. And in here, we're having to do a little top-up spray of it as well because it is so warm now.
Yeah.
We're 20 degrees in the cave with no heating at all,
Exactly.
just apart from what's outside, which is fine.
Well, I'm not complaining. It's just we're going to have to work around this. We're going to have to get up earlier in the mornings. Oh my gosh, I don't do early mornings. And work during the cooler part of the day, and we just can't do anything now.
No.
But anyway, that all by the by. Look what I did. Ta-da!
Yes, you put your arm in the way of the Camaro. So boss, talk us through it.
I've done this archway today, and down the beginning of this I explained why we're not going to be taking out the render in between the brick and the rocks because it's just not safe, not happy.
No, real shame.
Yes, but it is what it is.
We've just taken the front doors off this as well and discovered that that's really, really pants. We knew it was rubbish,
But it's really, really rubbish.
but it's really, really rubbish. There's a broken piece of metal there and they've sort of like put a bolt in it, and there's the same at the back. So
this is actually constructed. This isn't even one piece of,
No.
of angle iron. If I lift this, it weighs a ton.
and they put a couple of bolts
There's a
in.
couple of bolts in. There's a bolt there and a bolt there.
Yeah.
And lobbed a couple of these big floor tiles on it.
They're marble tiles, whatever they are.
Whatever they are.
So that's all going to come out, and we'll do something with it.
Yes,
we want to keep it.
On this
and
side,
then all this is done.
I've done that, up to there, and all of this.
Yes. So we haven't been lazing around.
No, definitely not.
No. And as regards the land, we had a conversation with a guy. Lillian actually got in contact with him. Ruben, really nice bloke.
He turned our land the very first time we ever had it done, before we had any fencing or anything.
Yeah.
I thought his tractor was too big to go into our bottom field, and he came and confirmed that yes it is, but he's going to put somebody in touch who's got a Diddy tractor apparently, who can do the bottom field for us. Ruben's problem is he couldn't get between the almond tree and the fence. It's maybe 2.5 meters, and he reckons his machine's, he needs more than that. He wasn't happy to do it.
No.
So somebody with a Diddy tractor is going to be in touch.
Yes, and he doubly confirmed that no, we should not be using a strimmer now.
Yes.
Because of potential exhaust sparks, even though it's got exhaust spark arrestor on it.
Doesn't matter if we're seen. Big no.
I'm not allowed to use it.
Not allowed to use it. And to be fair, I would be worried about it. I'd be stood behind Chris with a watering can the whole time, but you just don't know how quickly anything could catch down there. So we want the land turning. Right, well, I went shopping this morning. I escaped.
Yay.
That was nice. Yay! Whilst I was out, Chris managed to do this splat coating on the ceiling here, like he did the other ceilings further back in the cave.
Yes.
The problem is these ceilings are too low, so the effect we're getting is flatter. I don't like it. So a decision has been made, and because this has already started to dry just after a couple of hours, I'm putting a second coat on, and we're going to do it smoother with a plan too. When this is done smoother, we will then do a curved finish down to the bottom of the lintel to give it like a Catalan vaulted ceiling effect.
Yeah.
So I've got one more mix to put on here because this is dry enough to go, and we'll just show you as we go. That's the plan, and as you know, positivity and fluidity in action, because we keep changing our minds. Okay, that's plastered, sponged. I'm really happy with the effect.
Yes.
So we're going to have to continue doing this to the other areas as well, so splat like that one, and then layers like this, which then means that afterwards we can do that angle that we were talking about to try and give it some sort of a nice shape, so that we can lose these rather than being an eyesore.
Well, that's it. And the reason why we're doing it this way is because to try and get it to take and stick to this is very, very difficult. So we're going to use that as a key.
Yeah.
This still needs some work, but that's associated with this side. So hopefully by the next video, the ceiling should be done.
Houston, we have a problem. Chris has started on this section with its splat coat, as we call it, same as he did there yesterday. And everything that it's going on to, for example, he's done here, can you see? He's done here, it's then just pulling all this down.
The water didn't penetrate enough, I don't think.
No.
But there's also a lot of dust around. So I'll have to wet it again. You can see how dry it is. It's just sucking it all up, all the moisture. And I think that's the problem. It's impacting and then it's finding all the dust. Now I'll just have to do it in a section. Again, the electricity off.
Yes. You keep using hose pipe in the house.
Yes. Well, let's see what happens now. I actually think this mix is a little bit too dry.
Yeah. It's such a fine line.
It is, it is. It looked plenty wet, but I think maybe it's not. Where I've got a bit of water in here from when we wet the barrow, if I chuck that in, look at that, it just goes.
Okay, yeah.
The next bit should be wetter.
Well, coming to the end of a long day. You can see the floor is somewhat wet. Carnage, really. Chris has swept through, but he's done an awesome job. So did this first coat on this section earlier. He's managed to get this section to take this afternoon, which is brilliant. He's just using the last of his barrow of mix to go on the pipes, because the line doesn't like taking to the pipes. So if I have bits, then I can go from one to the other, it takes to it better. And then I think it is time to call it a day, my dear. It's too hot, we can't make any more mixes, it's just gluing to the cement mixer.
Yeah, and not only that, but half an hour ago when I made this mix, that would have fallen off.
Yeah.
And it's not, it's just turning now. It's so hot, the air coming in.
Yeah, it's brilliant, the air running through here and drying, but not in this situation.
No.
Good job, well done, my dear.
Thank you very much. Well, I've had some awesome sunny days. And today's a cloudy one, but it's still really, really warm. It's coming to the end of the week. Hello, mate. Hello. We were supposed to have had another sand and lime delivery, but as usual, it hasn't arrived. I don't know what Dave was trying to get, but as you can see, we have got through absolutely loads of the stuff. What we didn't really show was me doing a splatter-thon, really. Look at the mess that somebody who's not working now made.
I was about to say, the pointing fingers at me for that.
That was a bit more of the splatter-thon as we explained earlier in the video. Now Lillian's gone along and done the sponging down.
It's been hard work today. I'm afraid I've been beaten. I wanted to get 3 panels, as it were, done. This one, and the end one before the door. But it's late now, I don't know what time it is. And no.
Got the first mix done. It's actually mid-morning, we had a lay-in this morning, which was nice. So, Lillian's putting the final layer on this ceiling.
Yeah, it's going on well. The only problem I have with this weather, I've wet this with a hose pipe. I've had a hose pipe in here, dry already. I need to re-wet section by section as I'm doing it.
Okay.
Just so that the new plaster will take to it. This, you can, I don't know if you can tell, this is dry as a bone.
Tell. You can't tell by looking at it because it's goes on white and it's
well, yeah,
white
appreciated.
again.
I can tell from what I'm doing on this. It's dry again already.
Yeah. Okay.
Not complaining, it's a nice warm day, not going to be cold. We have been in here really cold. Just have to work with it.
So while Lillian's doing that, what I'm on with is getting the light back fitting, put up here. I've taken my measurements and I've got the back box in, so now I need to make a mix of yeso, which will be perfectly fine, on these concrete beams. In addition to that, which you won't be able to see, what we've seen in the past, I need to add a junction box there. I should have done it ideally when we first put that there, but we didn't have an intention for having a junction box there. But now we do, which is part of the project you'll see later on. We have an amusing plan for that area, let's say. I tried to disturb Lillian from her task, just give me a hand.
Yes.
However, that socket box, backing box is now in place. And the tuber is now in place.
Yes, it is.
So, that is now ready for the next stage. Right, apologies for using this little light again. That is part 2 of my task to do the wiring. That's all done. That's now ready for having a lime coat put on it. Because of reasons, we're using an external junction box just there, but that'll get hidden so it's still accessible. And I couldn't mount it with screws against the brick because the brick, I did have a go and the brick just shattered, so that's not an option. So we'll have to wait and see what the plan is for up there. And as the end of the day draws nearer, the unlimited patience of Lillian lady.
is becoming limited. Oh, it's hard work.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You say it's drying out really, really quick.
It's crazy.
And you hit it with a hose pipe before you started sponging to wet it off.
I did. I did.
Oh, at least we've got this last little tiny bit to do.
Yeah.
And then for our next trick, it's starting to build up these beams
Exactly.
into making them look something like.
Yep.
And I fitted the light.
You have. It's awesome.
So this area now has light. As you can see, there's still some damp patches down here that are coming through the ground, which is amazing considering how little rain we've had. Like none. Well, apart from a quick shower that we had the other night. So that's all good. Eventually it'll get all painted, so this isn't the end finish, it'll get all lime washed. Okay, so because it's Labour Day here,
Yes.
we've laboured a little bit.
We have. Just done that last section there.
Yep.
And sponged.
Yep, now you just saw Lillian's finishing off the sponging. That looks loads better.
And then I can have a shower and sit in the sunshine for a wee bit, because why not? You would not believe how heavy this sweatshirt is now. It weighs a ton.
Yes. You shouldn't need it soon.
No.
Another couple of weeks or so, and hopefully you'll be able to throw it away.
Hopefully.
You need a skip to take that.
Yes. That's the way it's done. I'm happy. Well happy.
Yes. So, we're halfway down the tunnel. Just got to wait for somebody to open the doors at the other end so the light can shine through.